And we're underway at the Harbour Arena, Dawnstar United's ground. Dawnstar United, obviously from Skyrim. Well, just as I was deciding that was the right time to play the ball, it's not, is it? It is. Yeah, it's another one. Well, since we have this break in play, I shall pick up my piece of paper once again and read you Dawnstar's last home 5 matches and their form, which obviously counts for fuck all when the game can go into modes like this. But it is as follows. Their last 5 games read: draw, win, win, score, draw, loss. They scored 6 goals. No, they scored 7 goals, sorry. Conceded 6. 4 of those coming in their last fixture. And they lie 13th in the table. I've decided it's going to be pointless trying to play games like this in any season now. Because obviously I've done a bit of the Master League. We're coming to the end, it's the last few matches, and I am going to show PES for exactly what it is. Not going to bother try and make it exciting. I mean, if it's an exciting match, and that's how it is to play, then obviously that might come out in my voice. Because I'll just play it as I see it. And if I see that it's playing alright, and if I see it's exciting, that'll come out. And if I see it's just a joke like this, that'll come out. So what you see is what you get. No spin on it from me. Unlike review sites and interviewers that work for certain channels called PlayStation Access. Because I'm not trying to convince anybody to give Konami their cash. In fact, I'm showing it as it is and trying to convince people not to give Konami their cash. Because it's the only thing that will change anything. It's the only thing that will make a difference. It's the only thing they will listen to. I mean, if you're a company and you're willfully putting out broken shit like this to sell to a public under review scores of 9 and 9.5, and don't tell me they didn't have anything to do with it, because I absolutely thoroughly believe they did. And I absolutely thoroughly believe that, you know, like I said, to tango, it takes 2, doesn't it? It takes 2 to tango. Yeah, can't remember where I was going with that at all. But yeah, basically, tell it how it is, and try and, yeah, that's where I was going. Want it? Try to convince people not to give Konami their cash because it's the only thing they listen to. I mean, really, do you think PES 2017 is going to be different? Yeah, do you really? Because I don't. I think that if a company sees that they're getting away with selling broken shit and they've attached to it something like my club where people can throw money at it, and they do. I mean, why do people throw money at my club when the game is so obviously broken? Throwing real money at the game will not make your team better when the cheating kicks in, and there is nothing you can do about it. You know, that should be against the law, surely. I mean, for a serious point, that should be against the law. I mean, for a kick-off, it's gambling, isn't it? Because it's like, you can get a forward, but you can't choose the position of your forward, so it's a gamble if you're going to get the right position or not. That's a gamble to start off with. It's a gamble because it might not be the type of player you're looking for in your team. And it's also a gamble because what you've essentially done is thrown money to try and improve your side, but if the cheating kicks in or not, it'll render all that useless anyway. Like we've seen, it nerfs stats on players, it nerfs team stats. Well, if it's doing it in my club, it does. If it's doing it in Master League, it'll do it in my club, and I know it does it in my club. Because my team that I built, that I haven't spent any real cash on at all, I've just used gamer points and coins and stuff, I played matches with them, and shitter teams than them while getting stat boosts and stuff, and it was kicking through my players in my club. So the game is just completely fucked. Don't give KONAMI your cash. Entertaining first half then. And here we are in the second half. So, KONAMI hi, it's that polite geezer, that Mr. Medic Maniac, you know, if you remember me. Oh bloody hell, their player's coming. What's going on here then? Why is he coming? You didn't bother in the first half. We're not past 65 minutes. So anyway, KONAMI, I just want to know, what the hell is this? You know, is this a product that you sold? Why did you decide? Why did you decide, KONAMI? Could you please tell me? Could you please communicate with me? Why did you decide to sell this product on the shop shelf at launch? You must have known it was like this. You must have known. You know, it's got your publisher's name on it. You know, KONAMI. It's got your company name on it. You know, your staff must have done it. So why did you do it? Did you do it because it's got my club on it and people throw cash at it, and you thought, you know, if we can get that into their living rooms, that's a little avenue for them to keep giving us money. Is that why you decided to put it on the shop shelf? Because you didn't put it on the shop shelf because it was a good football game, did you? I mean, look at it. Look at your product, KONAMI. Did you willfully know that? Did you know it was broken and willfully choose to put it on the shop shelves to deceive customers? Did you collaborate with the magazine review scores of 9 and 9.5 out of 10? Did you? Yeah? Why won't anybody from KONAMI have dialogue with me? I'm a customer. I paid for the game at launch. I'm one of the people that pay part of your wages. Because obviously, if it wasn't for us who didn't buy it, you wouldn't be in a job, would you? It's just that simple. So did you willfully fuck us over? Did you want to screw us over? Did you want to con us? Because that's what it looks like, that's what it smells like, and that's what it feels like. 65th minute, here he comes. So now we're forced to play it, if you can play it. And like I said before, you know, when it goes in cheat mode and that, and they're kicking through your players, like I've asked, and you won't respond, you won't answer me. If I want to play it, and I'm finding it a problem to compete with them kicking through my players and that, how do I learn how to play it, KONAMI? Huh? Because you can't, can you? You can't learn that shit. Okay, so because we've hit 72 minutes, I've just decided to make substitutions, even though my players are never going to be knackered in a million years after a game like this. But I've made substitutions because obviously players playing matches, they get experience points, don't they? That's how it goes. So yeah, you know, I don't know how many of you get 65th minute matches all of the fucking time, but that's what's happening here. You know? And obviously, as you can see, after the 65th minute, the stats on my players get nerfed. They get slower, sloppier, the opposition get to kick through them and get to do all kinds of weird stuff. as you saw in the other match, with the floating toward the ball, and then Howie cannot try so hard then to get around there and get the shots away. But Leicester looks a good player, doesn't he? Can't get the cross in. You know, what was the point? Obviously catch, wasn't it? That was the point. I didn't want that to be a shot then. I actually keyed in the shot for somebody else who was nearer the middle of the goal area, and it decided that when the ball was coming out to select Busto was keying in the shot. I didn't do that. Well, KONAMI, are you proud of your game? Are you proud of your game? Are you proud of the cash that you got from your customers? Are you proud of the review scores of 9 and 9.5 out of 10? What do you think? Do you think you could leave a comment on my channel? What do you think? Thanks. Thanks. Or should I say no thanks? Because I think that your company stinks. I think you knew how broken this shit was, and I think you decided to put it out there to try and get that little bit into people's lounges where you could have a direct link to their wallet through my club. And I think that review sites, if you gave that 9.5 out of 10, I think you're scum. I think if you've got an opportunity to interview Adam Batty and all you let him do is eulogise how brilliant PES was, I think you're scum. And I think that if you're a company and you sell broken shit like this and you willfully do that to get cash off your customers, I think you're scum. Medic Maniac over and out.